Welcome in, all signs. What will happen next? Now, hopefully, this live does not get cut off. I tried to do one like 3 or 4 days ago. No bueno. No work. Did not work. But we'll see. I'll have to keep my eyes on this one. What will happen next, all signs? Let's see what we got. All right. I'm start in order. It's just simple, and it'll be easier for me to timestamp it after the fact. Aries. What will happen next for the zodiac sign of Aries? Let's see. What is the message for the zodiac sign of Aries? What will happen next? Oh, you too. Okay. What's happening with Aries? What the hell? You may be on the go a lot, or just staying away from situations that aren't worth your time to like talk about, or people that you don't want to deal with. This is what may happen next for you. You're definitely like in a go mode, or not wanting to be emotionally responsible or held down. Could be preferably by a water sign or a fire sign too. Here we go. What else is here for Aries? Queen of... Somebody may ask you for money, or somebody may ask you for money, or this gives me like expecting handout energy, just to put it out there, just so you know. Somebody may feel like you're expected of them to do something for them. What the fuck? The Queen of Swords, the Nine of... It's almost like they feel like you can do that, or you have the capability, the capacity to handle this, or be that person for them. For some of you, it could be like a mother, sister, some shit like that, whatever. Here we go. Could be a kid, but it's coming out like... I got like mom, sister vibes. Here we go. It may be a little close in age if a family member too. Something about that Page of Wands in reverse. The Moon and the Three of Wands. Here we go. What do we got? It's coming out like you probably don't want to deal with situations that haven't really changed or grown up emotionally, or made you feel like emotionally unavailable or unattached to it, or bored with it. Like redundant energy. You have this like, I don't want to deal with redundant energy in this reading. That's what it's showing me so far. With this Four of Cups in reverse and then the Four of Wands. Like you get like a almost like if somebody did want to try to tell you what was up, you're way past the point of wanting to listen to that person. What is that about? Get some coffee for Aries. Hold on. I'm going to shuffle real quick, and then we're going to ask what else we got for you. Just give me a couple shuffles. Give me a little bit more for Aries. I want to see if we can get anything else for you. It's got to be more in here. I don't need the tarot to tell you this. How you would identify that person, you don't trust them. Or you don't think... it's either you don't... I get two things. You don't trust them, or you feel like they haven't changed. Like... you give me this, what you see is what you get, is how you view them. And that might make sense to you, to the Aries that can pick up on who this might be around them. Here we go. It's definitely coming out like it's a sister. You could be a dude even. It could be a little sister, or like a woman around you. You have... it's definitely coming out female energy versus like the men showing up in the tarot. Hold on. How you may be able to identify them is they may feel like something about options weren't fair to me. They give me like options weren't fair to me. I didn't have all the best options, or I always got like the like overlooked kind of energy they have here. Love situations, King of Wands. I'm not going to say like they kind of throw out energy where This is like pity party energy is what I'm getting on this shit. That kind of gives me an energy of like, no wonder why the fuck you would stay away from him. He's okay. You might have went after more hopes or dreams or just you give me a couple weird messages out of these two cards. Some of you may have, and this may have been years ago for some of you. Some of you kind of, it feels like I had to leave or I had to do my own thing or I couldn't let that be my focus. I wanted to focus on basically bringing my manifestations to clarity and reality. You know what I mean? Fuck your, like I don't have time for your crocodile tears and shit. It's not going to work. It didn't work last time. It's not going to work this time. So if you were in an area with somebody that you knew they probably hadn't changed enough, I don't feel like you really stayed around. King of Swords, the wheel. You or put work in. See, it's almost like you felt like they didn't do enough to make you feel like you should go forward with them. A lot of it has to do with trust and reality. 10 of Cups. You have the 8 of Wands. It's almost like I feel like how you could address them is that nothing's ever made them happy. I feel bad for this person, whoever this could be, because it kind of sucks. But it feels like they do it more to themselves. Like another way you could identify this person is they may do a little bit of negative self-talk, and it may string along with them doing that towards themselves or towards others. That's probably how you would, if it's hitting home, that's how you know who it is. All right, let's see what else. Anything else for you quickly, Aries? Anything else for the zodiac sign of Aries? Why is that upright? So some of you Aries, this is straight like you're tired of trusting people. You're just fucking sick of trusting people. It's either, so some of you are like, I'm sick of trusting people, or I don't want to help anybody out anymore. Nobody helped me out kind of energy. So I'm tired of being like, trusting to be like the stronger one in situations. Some of you, it's a matter of, you could be ladies holding shit together kind of energy. Show me something for Aries, specifically for the zodiac sign of them. It tells me you've wanted to move on from combative energy or things that you looked at in life that just never matured. Failures. That 10 of Wands makes me feel like you wanted to move away from that as quick as possible. And then if you surface back around, it may not have felt like enough changed. It may have felt like you were back in an arena you didn't want to be in kind of energy. So you got the same cards again. But now you're getting something different. Hold on. You may also feel like this something. I get the energy where some of you may have felt like this person, it's the poor me attitude shit. You didn't really want to focus on work with it. You kind of looked away. It was kind of like you're like, nah, not for me. 9 of Cups to the Tower, though. Emotionally, you might have felt stuck around that situation, or felt like that person was stuck with money, or stuck with like money, or just maturing. Something about that as well. Queen of Swords. You didn't want to communicate with them, or you didn't talk to them for a while. It's showing me. 9 of Coins. You might have been at a distance from them. Definitely at a distance. Three of Wands, the Chariot. And that was in your reading earlier. Definitely not communicating. Focusing more on your resources, your goals, or something about goals, research, maybe even studying, learning. You give me learning energy off that guy. Or learned. You've learned. Knight of Cups. 6 of... That's interesting. And it's telling me even if you weren't really worried about love or like worried about like forcing the situation. Some of you just might have felt like habitually stuck in situations that looped. What? That showed the same thing. Look at this, towards love. And it didn't make you feel that much better about the situation. It almost made you feel like you had to get away from it or stick away from it for a little bit. Take a break from it Kind of take a break from the energy. Definitely. Like, fuck that. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving in. Made up my fucking mind. When I feel like starting, then I'll start again. Knight of Coins. When I make up my mind, both cards. And I feel like you came very, very open and aware of this. All right. That is what I see for Aries. Let's keep rolling. All right. Let's keep going. Remember to hit that like button on your way in. All right. We're going to do Taurus. I may have to take my jacket off. It does get hot down here. And I hope you like the thumbnail. I just got back in the gym like a couple weeks ago. So I was like, yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm happy I got back in. I just got to stay with it, stay with it tight. Because I was expecting to get in like March or April, and I jumped in January. But I was talking about it, last year. I was going to do it. Because I wanted to do it. I like it. It's one of my happy places. It's true. Here we go. It's been a long time since I went to that happy place. Here we go. Taurus. What's the messages for you? What will happen next for the zodiac sign of Taurus? I know. My cards are probably too loud. I don't know if you guys can hear me. It's not showing me my microphone's on. Can you hear me? Why is that not on? Fuck. I don't know if it'll work if I try to plug that in. How the fuck did that get unplugged? If you can hear me, it's probably not sounding that good. Give me a second. I'll just turn the volume down too, because I think it's too loud for you guys. We'll go down to about 40, because I have headphones in, so I talk louder anyway. Is that better? Does that sound better? That should. Here we go. Taurus. What will happen next for Taurus? That was fast. That was very fast. Transitioning, letting go of situations. Death card, Judgment reversed, and the Strength card. But I gotta ask, what the fuck is going on with that? Hold on. What's here for Taurus? What's here for the zodiac sign of Taurus? Ooh, you got Leo energy coming up pretty heavily too. Queen of Wands, Strength card before it. Let's see what you get. Show me a little bit more for Taurus. Some of you are withdrawn from situations that just don't work. You give me like withdrawing energy or kind of backing off. Hold on. Show me more for Taurus. Yeah, it's almost like if it's taking too much out of you or it's not creating happiness, abundant energy, I don't see you working with this shit. Emotionally, if it's more draining, it almost feels like you're taking accountability energy. If shit gets in your way, I feel like you're gonna either just stop focusing on it, dismiss it, put more work and effort in you. This card's a lot about security, so you may focus more on security, stability. Keeping busy. Something about keeping busy with money. Hold on. Maybe trying to trust situations, get more balance of situations. Clarify anything that needs to show up for Taurus. I'm not going to focus on things that shitty things. I'm not going to focus on shitty shit. Kind of energy, literally. But I will focus on what I can get out of what I can get. Show me more for Taurus. I'm curious now. Oh, you got a lot of money cards coming out. What's on the bottom? Taurus is doing a lot. Taurus is going to focus on money. Taurus is going to probably try to... You give me like you want to play or feed your emotions, but you're trying to resist that energy with this card. That 4 of Cups. Excuse me, 5 of Cups. You don't feel like you're upset over a situation. You might have already experienced that upset energy and let it go, I get. But what I see here with that 8 of Wands, the Star card, 8 of Cups in reverse, if something comes at you and you recognize it's not, this is unhealthy. If this comes towards you or you dealt with this and you don't trust it, I feel like you're probably going to get like cut off energy is going to show up, moving on energy. We'll see what shows up. Move on energy, Chariot. Like, I'm out. I don't trust it. I don't love it. They don't love me. I'm out of here kind of energy. You're not wanting it to rent any space in your head, and there's the cutoff of communication. This may have already happened for some of you. More focused on career and success for Taurus. Let's keep rolling. Okay. All right. Taurus. Sun, moon, or rising. What's the message for Taurus? Zodiac sign of Taurus. Why do I get somebody? I feel like somebody did that to you. If you recently dealt with somebody, this may not pertain to all Tauruses out there, but if you in the past couple months dealt with somebody or started like working with them, whether it was, some of you it could have just been like business, some of you it was like a relationship or trying to walk into one with them. I feel like they didn't really respond to you, or they didn't approach or stay approached. They just kind of cut off. Just became like, okay, what happened to that fucking situation? That's how I feel about that Eight of Swords in reverse. Here we go. Let's keep seeing what we get for you. Show me something else for Taurus. What's here for Taurus? They could have been a fucking air sign, by the way. Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. I'm only saying that because it showed me, one, I got the Eight of Swords here. Two, I saw the Lovers next. Doesn't have to be air, but it could have been. Could have been a Libra. Or a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Who fucking really knows? Ace of Coins. It's really, it's not showing fire. Might have been a fire for somebody out there, but Eight of Swords, Justice, Coins, Queen of Cups. Really coming off hard with water. Whoa, excuse me, air, earth, and water so far. Here we go. Ace of Wands. What's up with this? Clarify that for you. Some of you give me an energy where you know about the situation. What the fuck? Where you know about this and you were waiting for that call or that text or some shit from this person. I don't feel like it came through, or they took too long, or it became less involved. They like showed up to show out kind of energy. Whatever the fuck that's all about. Like they were in it to win it for a little while, and then all of a sudden, maybe the text got smaller. Just shit shifted. It fucking shifted. Here we go. Yeah, stop. They stopped communicating. I'm done. Fucking done. They stopped communicating. They might have even come off and made you feel like they're acting childish. Did somebody play that game with you where you were like wanting to say something, but you were like, no, I'll wait for them. And then all of a sudden, by the time they said something, you were like, I'm not even interested in that direction anymore. That could have been what happened for some of y'all. Or they just cut down cold, completely just like closed off. That Knight of Cups, excuse me, that Page of Swords and that Knight of Coins reversed. They might have lacked this card before. It means they might have lacked being emotionally available to you, your needs, or to the situation in general. Definitely. Ace of Cups is reversed. Four of Cups. Somebody you dealt with could have still been stuck on somebody they were fucked up by. That's what it's telling me. He could have been fucked up by somebody. He didn't have to still be dealing with the person, but he could have still been fucked up that it didn't work out, and that like he didn't get what he wanted. That person still kind of had like that person in a grip. Give me something else. Might have been an age gap for some of y'all. This is something about I'm getting like, could have been a little bit of an age gap between the two of you as well. The fuck? More than, I pick up like more than 4 years or some shit. Whatever. Here we go. Let's go. Did you know they weren't ready? Because what I'm picking up, and I don't usually do this with you guys, or with most, when it happens, it happens. Usually when my cards are reversed, I focus on the opposite, like the person I'm talking to around you. No, I was getting your energy in that. I don't feel like you got upset or stayed upset over that situation or being bothered by the lack of response or dedication they put towards you. I don't feel that way. How I feel is like you kind of were like, well, maybe this person, you know, needs a timeout, or maybe this person's taking a nap, or maybe they're taking a shit for 4 hours. And it's funny, look at the like there's a 4 over here, the emperor. Maybe he's on the fucking throne for too fucking long. I feel like you might have thought of excuses of why this son bitch wasn't answering the phone or coming around until you just didn't give a shit. That's how you're making me feel. 7 of Swords, King of Coins, Knight of Wands. You weren't worried about the ending of the situation, it shows me. It doesn't. I can't. Your shit just got pretty funny to me. I feel like you just didn't like the fact that you couldn't trust if it was going to go anywhere. That King of Coins, if it was going to fucking build, if it was going to show growth. I'm sorry, excuse me. That Knight of Wands. You give me this. This bitch is like a child. I don't need any more fucking kids energy. See you later. Go away kind of energy. Like, okay with that shit. Something's not healthy here kind of energy. And I think you kind of seen it. I think you kind of seen it for what it is and just, I'm out, like moved on. I kind of like that you show me restraint or that you didn't let it upset you. That part I like about this reading and the funny part. But here we go. You cut it off, Queen of Cups, because that's what you knew you needed to do. You had to trust yourself in this decision. You had to trust yourself by that Queen of Swords reversed, the High Priestess, and making the decision not to be blinded by what the fuck's going on, just to leave it out in the cold, recognizing it wasn't showing up or fighting for you, just to move the fuck on type energy. That's good. It's healthy. King of Wands, King of Swords, 7 of Cups. Somebody out there might have had another option, or you know what? Basically had like one shoelace broke, was untieable, or just disintegrated. So you started wrapping up your other shoe, or choosing other options to move towards. Some of you might have had like an ace in the pocket, another option or options available to you. So maybe that's why it was easy to just say, "Ah, fuck that one." What are you trying to tell me? Hold on. It's definitely pulling towards like water sign, fire sign, earth sign for you. Could be an air sign for some of y'all, but I'm getting water, fire, earth a lot here. More earth. Water. Earth. And what's this one? Water again. 2 of Cups reversed. The wheel. Letting it go. Why did you want to let it go with that? You didn't feel like you were getting enough answers, is what it's showing me. So it was easier not to represent it or to focus on this anymore. They weren't showing you enough probably positive changes to move into this. It was easier to let it. So this might not have lasted very long. And that's probably why you didn't get too emotionally attached to it, is what it's showing me for you. Here we go. Almost like, oh, I want to say out with the old, in with the new, but it feels like that wasn't that old. It doesn't feel like it was extremely established. Okay, let's see what we get. I had to fix a different deck that I didn't want all over the table. Here we go. We're going to move on to Gemini. Gemini. Here we go. Yeah, I got to just move this heater real quick. Just grab that. And move it a little bit because it is getting like too hot in my face. Take a last drag of this and start Gemini. Here we go. What are the messages for the zodiac sign of Gemini? Gemini. Here we go. What will happen next for Gemini? What will happen next for you? Geminis. What do we got? I put milk in my coffee. I'm just like a fucking I like, what is it? ADD today, like just completely trying to read Gemini, and I'm looking at this light ass coffee like I shouldn't put milk in it. It's too light. But it's all good. I didn't use a lot of cream. I don't really like cream like that. Here we go. Welcome in, everybody. Here we go. Gemini. Ooh. Try to flip right back into the deck. You're stuck on making a decision. You're also stuck in your head a lot. And you're probably not getting enough fucking sleep. Sleep, Gemini, sleep! What do you need? Some like fairy dust sprinkled on your forehead? Or something? Because something's keeping your ass up. That says something's keeping your ass up to me. Some of you could be trying to figure out the next best thing in work or getting more solutions around like being successful. Whether you're trying to do something on your own or you're just starting, like walking into something new. Hold on. Show me more. It's definitely work related. Ace of Coins. I don't think that's the only thing that's keeping you up, though. Clarify that, the two air sign cards over here. What's going on? Strength card reversed. Knight of Swords. Four of Swords. You may feel like giving up, or like something's giving up on you, or you're giving up on something. Kind of energy it shows with Strength in reverse, Knight of Swords, Eight of Cups reversed, Four Swords can't kind of come to clarity, think about it a lot, or you're just tired all the time. You have that 9 over the 4, and both people look like they haven't slept in a month. The Devil reversed with the 4 points. Clarify it. What do we got for Gemini? Some of you, it's trying to tell me, clarify before I say it. So you could be battling. Some of you, it's about battling old wounds or old things or recognizing things didn't work out. Something like that, trying to figure out what to trust. You also come off, though, with the Six of Swords, the King of Wands, the King of Swords reversed, and the Sun card in reverse. That a lot of things haven't been adjusting or making you feel fulfilled or happy. This feels like it's been a struggle that you can identify or you're well aware of. Here we go. Page of Coins, Page of Swords. Excuse me, Page of Cups. So emotionally, you feel cut off to what? Clarify it. Could be love situations, growth of them, Page of Coins. Love is not sitting well with Gemini, it's telling me. I feel like Gemini is more in that like status or like you give me like an entrepreneur energy or like wanting to stay busy with work and health more than you want to focus on love. That's what the fucking reading's showing me. All your love shit's in reverse. Here we go. I don't know what to tell you, Gemini, but that's what the fuck it's showing me. Here we go. Some makeup. I'm done. I just fucking said money. I just fucking said that. Money. Like career, success, drive. This could also be a health card. And it feels like that's more like what's wrapped in your head. Health and wealth at this time. What else is here for Gemini? Oh, some of you are going to start communicating and working. Something about networking or working, speaking a lot, maybe building relations. This is like building relations. You have that Queen of Coins, that Queen of Swords, King of Coins. That also means you could align with somebody that's very business oriented, or you may connect with somebody. It's telling me very business oriented. And it might align or work out. Something like that could show up for Gemini. Here we go. What else is here? Uh-oh. Some of you, it's telling me you're back and forth on making a decision on a purchase. Some of you, this could be the Chariot. This could be a vehicle. The world is reversed and the wheel is upright. Especially the world and the wheel. If you've had any issues with the vehicle, or you've just something to do with the vehicle being either an issue, clarify that, Chariot. What's going on and why could it doesn't have to be a vehicle though. There could be a purchase you're back and forth about. What is this? Some of you, it's about if it's the right investment. Some of you are still trying to get over hurt, it's saying as well, or get out of your head with hurt. Emotionally stuck. Some of you aren't being emotionally available or trusting situations right now. That's clarify what's going on here. I'm gonna pick them up though. We're gonna leave these two on the table, and we're gonna pick them all up. I'm gonna shuffle for you, Gemini. You get a little special treatment because I want to see. I feel like it's a good time to pick these up and see what's going. See if I can get a message out of this right here. I want to see what that has to say. Let's do it. All right. What's here for Gemini? What is the message here? Clarify anything that needs to show up for Gemini. I feel like there's... Okay, I don't even want to say nothing yet. Let's see what else comes out. Ooh, what's gonna come up next? I knew it was fucking gonna be about go right back into it. Yeah, it's you trying to figure out how to balance situations, maybe juggling with money, or just some of you just might have gotten lucky or done well with money, or will something about getting balanced with that. This just shows me that may work out for you if it hasn't happened. Some of you may have already happened, but what I'm seeing over here, that 5 of Cups, 7 of Swords, that 10 of Wands, is you might have felt backed up or backed into a corner. 7 of Swords energy, not sure what to trust or who to trust. 10 of Wands, everything felt too heavy or too complicated with that 10 of Wands because he's got 10 sticks up on his back and he's dead on the ground kind of. So things might have felt like too much. Then you have the King of Wands, the King of Swords, and then the 2 of Swords. Clarify this, Gemini. Somebody may feel like they had to back away from things. It's almost like you start to progress forward, or you give me, I'm in this energy now, right now, Gemini. The King of Wands, the King of Swords. I'm going to be passionate, creative, decisive with like my actions. That's my decision. That's what I'm going to do. But I'm not really fighting for like either approval or happiness. Come off like that too. Clarify anything that needs to show up for Gemini. Oh, it is the 9 of Coins. It was the card I was staring at. All right. So the 9 of Coins. The wheel again. You have I want to conquer more energy, but your energy of conquer shows me more love, not love, excuse me, health and work. Health and work over definitely before love situations. Whether there's stuff from long ago that needed to be healed in love situations, or they're relevant now. Some of you, it's both, is how it comes out. Here we go. Here we go. The Chariot. You got the car. Again, the vehicle. What do you got? Fell on my lap. Why would you show up like that? Show me the message for Gemini. Then we're going to move on to Cancer. Some of you may feel like you're stuck with an investment, but you don't want to be stuck with it. What the fuck is that? Whether it's a car, person, situation, you just feel stuck. It's coming out like I feel stuck to this shit. Show me anything else, and then we'll move on. Clarify the stuck energy if you can show me something. What is this stuck on shit? Maybe stuck with, you could be stuck on always having to be like the solutionist. You have a couple of weird messages I'm getting. Solutionist, or feeling like the survival, like a survivor, or focusing on moving into survival kind of energy. What is this shit? You have that card again. Yeah, they're together. King of Wands, King of Swords again. You give me this, I'm going to stay good at what I know I'm good at, energy, and I want to make it even better with those two cards. What else? Show me a little more, and then we'll move to Cancer. So this is a deep ass message. So it comes out like some of you, that Two of Wands to the Temperance. This is just tired of things not working out, the Chariot, or coming to a halt, or not progressing the way you were hoping, or changing, essentially changing, shifting gears, some shit like that. Wanting truth and clarity. Seven of Wands to the Hangman, feeling a little stuck, wrapped up in the situation when all you want is security. It may have made you even feel a little shut down at times, or like when you wanted to move towards things. Clarify, spin out. You were hoping to trust, but you may have felt emotionally like things weren't shifting, or not opening up to emotions, leaving them out in the cold. Page of Swords. Trust. What are you trusting? Because it's not telling me you're trusting love. It's more or less. You're more in a wanting to be able to be emotionally available, but still aware that either things need to change, whether it's you or the situations around you, some shit like that. Before I'm done. Before you'll trust this card. The next card was the Seven of Swords, because I see the Tower here. That's about to change. I see the Moon being aware of wanting that emotional, being able to like play with that again. Some of you, it's a matter of trusting yourself, or trusting that, whether it's you trusting that within yourself or trusting that with people around you, because it's fair game. Your message is fair game with that stuff, because it's telling me it's had you defeated emotionally. It's got you like that, and those are the cards we started with that I was trying to. That two of them that I wanted a couple. With the message I'm supposed to say that may upset some Geminis, it's not so much what doesn't keep you happy. It's the things that we don't focus on that hurt us in the past, that never give us the resolution to move forward, because we never put the work to figure out why we were hurt. So we replay it. We replay it kind of energy. That's what I see at the end of this. But that's what I got for Gemini. All right. Gemini, you got like a little excited. We'll go to Cancer. I feel like Gemini's was like 2 minutes longer than Taurus. I could be wrong. All right. We'll go to Cancer. Cancer signs. Here we go. What are the messages for the zodiac sign of Cancer? Let's see what we got. Cancer. What will happen next for the zodiac sign of Cancer? I'm reading the comments of Green-Eyed Devil. That's a pain in the ass not having your own vehicle. I don't live in an area where you can get away with not having your own vehicle. Fuck that. It would be real. Well, you could fucking pay Uber. You gonna pay out your ass though, paying here. It's expensive. Fucking just having a car here is expensive, but I'm not like that close to the city where you can get away with like a fucking scooter or like a bicycle. Hell no. Hell no. I hate even going to the city because then you get there, it's like $50, $70 to park for like an hour or two. It's like, and then you can never fucking find a place that has any parking. And then you got to remember where the fuck you parked. It's such a pain in the ass. So, but no, I don't live in an area where if you don't have a car out here, it's a lot harder for you. Here we go. Homosexual, you wrote, Jesus. All right. Cancer. What's the message for the zodiac sign of Cancer? Ooh, lovers. I know you fucking lying. I'm just playing, Cancer. Don't get mad at me. What's the message for Cancer? I can't with you, Cancer. This is too much fun right now. The world reversed. Oh, hell no. The wheel's reversed. And Six of Wands is upright. What the fuck are you trying to tell me about Cancer's energy or the energy around them? What is the deal here? I don't feel false hope for a situation. I feel you just haven't really rung the bell. You give me, you know that song, You Can Ring My Bell? Well, Cancer's like, I threw that fucking bell down that fucking, whatever, that water tower. You know, it went down the well long ago, bitch. And I don't want it. Kind of, Knight of Wands in reverse. I'm not working at it. The world reversed, though. The wheel, and then clarify this. I let it go. I'm not focused on the past that hurts or did hurt. The wounds. That's kind of, I've purged it. I've released it, is how I see you right now. But I think you're supposed to focus on some options. I'm going to put that next to the lovers for you, all right? Let's see what else you get. Yes! Yes! You better listen. When I talk, you should listen. Especially to the good messages. Because it's rare. The lovers, the Seven of Cups, and the Tower. What are you doing? Go have some fun. Go paint the town red. Just don't get in trouble. And if you do, lose my phone number. Here we go. All right. Page of Coins, Five of Coins. You might be coming out of a situation or felt like every time you went towards a situation, it didn't fit right or it was unhealthy. I feel like that was the dynamic. So the action you took was kind of, you give me like I stood still towards the next card. Look at this, towards the love situations or being able to fight for them or believe they're going to fight for me correctly. Well, it may be time to be emotionally ready to do it again for you, Cancer. I feel like if I was supposed to give you a no or a yes, I would linger my energy towards a yes. Maybe it's time to, you know, maybe it's whether it's this season, next season, but maybe it's time to start basically coming out of that cocoon or just going. I just saw the Two of Cups, enjoyment. Two of Cups. They're two people holding wine glasses like this. Maybe it's time for that connection again, or finding one, or going after one, or being available for it. Here we go. The Emperor. Ah! Look at this shit. I just told you what I saw, and look what came out. Give me a break. Woo! I'm reading your fucking shit. I know you fucking lying. You better go get yourself a man kind of energy. I like this shit. That coffee. What the fuck's in this coffee? Mm-hmm. That's some crazy shit right there. Here we go. Yes, home is where the heart is. You find you fitting to get you some, or someone's coming to tackle you. You're going to become somebody's tackle box, or vice versa. Whether it's what's love got to do with it, or it's like deep ass feelings. I don't know where the fuck this is going, but let's keep going. All right. What is the message? This message makes me feel like you may have had an issue with a fire sign in the past. You may have had an issue with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius issue or a connection, or felt like you were going to have security, or you were something about that. Definitely, I'm picking up like definitely could have been Leo or fucking what's the other one? Not Aries, the other one, fucking Sagittarius. The Empress reversed. There's Leo, strength card upright. investment in reverse. Chariot might have moved away from you, or you moved away from it, and you showed up around the fucking. It definitely could be a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, or a fucking Leo. Might have been in your energy. I'm also getting Sag, and Sag feels like it's either you don't communicate well, or it was a long time ago. Here we go. Show me whatever I got to see for Cancer. Keep showing me the Queen of. See what you get. Don't say anything. Just let the cards come out. 4 of Cups, Page of Swords. You come off like you've chosen to be emotionally at a distance, and I think you're coming out of that. I feel like you're definitely coming out of that. I feel like you're moving away from it. Look at this. So I feel like you decided to kind of shut it off, not connect, not respond, or not be available, not worry about burdens, said, okay, I'm at peace with this decision. Now I feel like you're starting to walk back into opening up again, basically getting ready to have that 2 of Cups energy that came out. Go towards an investment, maybe an investment that's potential or worth it. And I think a lot of you recognize, all right, I've waited long enough. So there's this, the coconuts are broken in half. It's in reverse. The faith is in reverse. You've got the, I cut away from situations, but now I need to actually start tackling situations that I could move towards or work with. That's the 8 of Coins, work with. 3 of Coins is under it. It was, I believe that one. Here we go. You know that too. And you know that that's balance and progress. You have balance and progress in your reading. Some of you may be worried about health, somebody's health around you. It feels like it could be centered around you, or money and career, and not wanting to stress. Look at this, not wanting to stress money and career. And I'm over here like zoned out looking at my computer, the thing it's sitting on. And then the next card is, yeah, could be money or health. Mostly, some of you could have been in a predicament with situations like that, needing to focus on that. Also, I feel like getting ready to communicate, starting to communicate, making the decisions, not just keeping the option up in your head, because it's telling me you haven't and you've been shut down. And that's the work that you got to kind of start manifesting or putting together. That Star card, I feel like you will put this together. This is interesting. I don't feel like you're very fascinated or happy. No, some of you aren't fascinated or happy with a water sign, fire sign. That may be the, like, if you come across a water or fire sign, you may say, I'm not interested. You may not go towards that, or you may have dealt with one where you just give me an uninterested energy about fire and water. Yeah, just like you just emotionally are unavailable towards it, or felt that's how it became towards you. That's what you're showing me so far. Here we go. How we all doing? We all hanging in here? Thank you for showing up. I appreciate it. I'll let my cigarette burn out during your reading, Cancer. How dare you? It's not your fault. It's mine. Probably good idea. Yeah, I'm going to turn this up. I end up turning it back on, but it is too hot in here. Here we go. Thank you. I'm doing good. Welcome in, everybody. It's good to see you. Yeah, I guess we'll start Leo. I was going to give Cancer a little more, but I think that was enough. I really like how like it was playing with me. I like for Cancer. Like I was saying shit, and then the card would show up like, yeah, here you go. I should look up the odds of that. Because there was only 2 cards. So it's like 78 cards in a tarot deck. Or not in all, but in this one. So what are the odds of that? Leo. What do we got for the zodiac sign of Leo? What will happen next? Leo's energy, or the energy Leo needs to see. What will happen next for Leo? Let's do this. It will be time-stamped after the video. I ain't saying nothing yet, Leo. Let's see what this is about. Knight of Coins reversed. Things may not feel like they're working or changing for some of you Leos. or this is something may need work to see change. Clarify for Leo. What is the message for Leo? Clarify these cards that are on the table. You could feel like there's been too many problems. Too many problems, not enough lack. This is lack of finesse or feeling like things are growth. This is issues. There's issues around you that you've seen. Definitely, you have a lot of fire energy here too. Jesus Christmas, what is this shit? Things aren't moving in the direction. I'm done. There's a Chariot. Things aren't moving in a direction that's probably keeping you happy or keeping you aligned or making you want to focus. You have the Emperor in reverse. You have trust is in reverse. You have the Ace of Pentacles and maybe just getting away from situations. There you are. Some of you, it's about like either coming back around to yourself or doing things more for yourself, maybe. Essentially, what else is here? Temperance, Seven of Wands, Four of Cups, and then you're here again, the Sun card, and you're upright. It's talking to you, Leo. It's talking to you. So it gives me an energy where if things weren't working out or you couldn't trust the investment, you've probably tried to be patient. Seven of Wands, you might have felt guarded or tried to be reserved or be emotionally available. Page of Swords, you might feel like communication or moving towards a situation, it's not going to work. And it's like at the end of the day, all you were hoping for was success. What is your shit trying to say? Here we go. Show me something for Leo. Why is that in reverse and why did that come out? Oh. I feel like you were hoping to get off the ground with the situation. Some of you could have been work-related, health-related, or with a person in communication. I feel like it did not happen, or you didn't feel like you could, the doors didn't open, or you could trust this shit. That's how it's coming out. You have the Two of Wands and Faith. Clarify the Two of Wands and Faith for Leos. What is the message for Leo? Continue the message here. What is this? Security. You're having a hard time with being emotionally open or between your emotions and your thoughts or moving towards the two. It's a matter of seeing a situation that you may feel like when it comes to trust, it's out the door. 5 to the 7, 6 of Cups, 9 of Cups, and clarity, and the clarity card. You may have went through a situation that it was, I'm not going to say it was too good to be true, or the grass was greener somewhere else. Some of you that could have happened to you. Now that for some, everything happens, they say for a reason, but some things happen to people differently, or people go through different things in relationships. You know what's fucking crazy? I'm holding your card in reverse. Next. I didn't even know that. A lot of your cards showed up. I'm going to pick them up in a second, but you give me this energy where, before I say anything, let's clarify that Ace of Swords. Okay, I want clarification on whatever you can tell Leo. The Empress. Why is the Empress here for Leo? With the Ace of Swords. What's the message here? I'm flipped over my hand. Okay. You may have felt like you couldn't get clarity in love situations. Well, there's something else that's going to come out. Hold on. I want to see something here. Because it's like, I feel like there's more here. Show me something for Leo. Clarify these 3 cards. Balance. It's about getting. I don't feel like you came off like you were trying to bite off more than you could chew. I feel like you just felt like you didn't want to play that chew and screw game in love situations. I feel like that's kind of the balance where you sit. Emotionally, what's going on? I don't feel like the investment in front of you, go to the bottom, makes you feel like you show me an energy where you don't feel like the energy was fighting, the energy or the person was fighting for your direction or to speak to you. That's what you show me. Yeah, good luck with a Leo on that shit. Here we go. Yeah, I'm done. Not fighting for you, and I just said not speak to you. That came out in reverse. Queen of Swords. And it's definitely about emotions and love, the integrity of love or passion. This can be passion or new beginnings. Some of you had basically, I feel like some of you had to kind of stand tall and choose yourself emotionally recognize situations that maybe you wanted balance with, but you might have to say goodbye to because emotionally there was no balance there. It was too fucked up. There's a fucked up situation here. And I think you see it for what it is. Threes, death to it, kind of not letting it drain you, not being upset with it anymore, not rushing towards a situation that's too fucked up kind of energy. Knight of Cups, identify, trust. And I feel like that's what you're going through right now. Or went through the moon card. Clarify the moon. Something wasn't showing up or working out. Knight of Wands. No matter how much you tried to want to believe something could work out, I feel like you saw it for what it was. King of Wands. There you are, Leo. Why are you in reverse, though? Let's see what the next two cards are. Put them down. The wheel. It stopped. The momentum crashed. Either it crashed and burned because you moved away from it, or they moved away from. Somebody became irresponsible. It's like irresponsibility. It's definitely giving me irresponsible energy. Or lack of concern. It's one of the fucking two. Here we go. It's giving me it's making my head spin a little bit. Like almost giving me a fucking headache in the front of my head. Hold on. I don't like that shit. Here we go. Anything else for Leo? Any other messages for Leo? Give me something totally different if you can for Leo. Flip them if you can for Leo. Let's see what we get. I'll shuffle one more time. Leo. Here's the message for Leo. What do we have? Show me a message for Leo. Why is that here? And why did we start like that? What is here for Leo? So there's an energy where something may have felt like, I don't want to say too good to be true. It just felt like it wasn't moving forward. And King of Coins, Page of Swords, it lacked truth and communication is what it's telling me. Like to entertain this energy, you can't have this energy right after it. That doesn't fucking work. Here we go. The Emperor reversed. Trust is reversed. Two of Swords. Why is this like this? Fuck. Your reading is like off the chain. Like your reading straight up just told me, Leo. So your reading says like you went through a situation, you see a situation for what it is. The Fool card, the Page of Wands, oh man. You went from that energy to where it's like, well, what the fuck do I do with that? You know, I wanted to see balance. I wanted to see love. I wanted basically looking for reciprocal energy, passion, but you couldn't see. It's like either you saw the light at the end of the tunnel and it wasn't coming towards you or working with you. There was no change, or it's almost like you might as well flush that fucking dead goldfish down the toilet kind of energy. Then you have the Eight of Wands, still having hopes or desires to move towards a love opportunity. The thing I'm seeing is you may have been kind of a little bit upset with the situation that you seen. This is like that's damage. Here we go. Up in your head about it. Two of Wands. Why is the Faith here? You may not have gotten the communication you were looking for as well, it says. Definitely feel like you didn't. Here we go. Stability. You're going to focus on your stability. I feel like you're going to focus on your stability, your characters, and yourself. You might have had to tune situations out. All right. I don't know. How long did I give Leo? I think that was long enough. Right, we're going to move on. We're going to do Virgo. Sorry, Leo, if it was shorter than everybody else's, but I forgot when I started with Leo. So, okay. Here we go. Virgo. Mm-hmm. What do we have for Virgo? What do you want me to say to Virgo? What will happen next? What is the message for Virgo? Move up a little bit. a little closer. You give me like I'm not going to be responsible for emotional burdens or anybody's emotional baggage. Somebody feels that way, and it could be towards this. I feel like it's this something about successes in relationships, or the lack of seeing change in them, growth in them. Two of Coins. Somebody may have a hard time trusting relationships, or feel like they're not getting communication out of relationships that produces happiness. It's sitting with them where they want the work to happen, but it's more about like desire, sex. It's more about. This is like a short-term energy. That could be a fear Virgo's facing or deals with in relationships right now. This is going to be very specific. This may not hit home. I'm going to try to ask something else in a second because I don't think this is going to sit with all Virgos. Definitely feel like somebody's been playing with the water, drinking the Kool-Aid, or looking at options. Here we go. Show me something else. King of Swords, Page of Coins. Somebody comes off like they're trying to communicate, or they want communicate to start to show true growth in work. This gives me an energy where somebody won't admit they're tired of being alone, or they have a hard time being alone. That may not be all y'all, but that's whoever the fuck this is, you know who you are. Here we go. Temperance, Nine of Swords, Ace of Coins, Chariot. What the fuck is this? And you're getting tired of not being able to trust the availability of the people that come around you, or that's how you're viewed. What is this shit? Let's pick these up and try again. I think that was going to be very specific. I don't like when they're like super specific, where it's only going to hit a couple people, because I don't feel like that hits home with a lot of you. I get like it's some of you, it's your shit. Some of you, it's definitely not your shit. The more of you, it's probably not. Show me a collective energy. What will happen next for Virgo? Show me, like, give me a more open source hit for more people. What do we got? Page of Wands. Why do we start here? Some of you are going to have decisions to make. What are these decisions about? Oh my God. I better just shut the fuck up. Shut the front door kind of energy. Decisions. And it's going to be about these fucking options in front of you. God damn, Virgo. Maybe you do have options right now. Some of you, it's also showing up like some of you have stayed away from options. Emotionally kind of don't want the stress of it. So let me get this right. There's some Virgos watching that they're going towards options, or they're wanting to meet the connections, and other Virgos don't want shit to do with it. That's how you're coming out. Yeah, don't want shit to do with it. You belong over here. Give me another one. Well, the one who wants it is sick of the stress or the lack of probably it feeling like it's building love. It's like they want that direction, but it's just driving them fucking nuts. Driving them nuts. And I'm going to say something strange. You might have dealt with a fucking air sign recently. Definitely an air sign it's showing up. What else is here? Air sign, Sagittarius sign. Prior could have been water. I don't care. Here we go. King of Cups, Two of Cups. Definitely could have been. I feel like you felt like somebody wasn't showing up for you or being. I bet you're gonna get it. I knew it. Reversed. The King of Swords. I'm like, you're gonna get shut it down. Kind of energy, like shut the fuck up, because I'm not talking to you. Or that's how you made you got silenced, or they silenced the connection. Kind of. That's some bullshit. But that's what it shows up like. And it could have been a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Here we go. the Devil reversed, the Knight of Wands, Ten of Cups, wanting balance, feeling stuck with investments, trying to be emotionally strong or reasoning. Clarify that Queen of Cups upright for you, for Virgo's energy. Because it's like emotionally you want something to change and work. Your message is like you really want to come out of a situation that hasn't manifested the way you've wanted it to manifest. And that could have been, I'm definitely going to tell you a fucking Sagittarius, because that's Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, star card, Cancer, Pisces, fucking Scorpio. I'm done. Put a fucking fork in me. Did it work or no? Because your card's next. No, it didn't provide the happiness or the communication you were looking for. And Libra, you know that shit. You couldn't trust that shit. Out with the bathwater. Throw the baby out with the bathwater type energy. The investment's not on the table. And the Chariot, did it break down? I feel like they just didn't fight to communicate, or somebody was waiting for this dude to communicate with them. She was waiting for more communication or speak, bitch, kind of energy. Like, you can't get fucking blood from a stone. King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, whatever it was. I don't know. That's what you have so far. Shit. And the energy I do pick up while I read that is you guys aren't that far off in age either. Either he's got like 5 years, 7 years younger than you, or maybe a little more for some, but potentially I get like a 3 to 5 year age difference, maybe 6 at max. It's fucking whatever. Here we go. Let's go. Show me anything else I got to show you. The wheel. Why is the wheel here for Virgo? Oh, there's your card. I kind of want to do it. I'm going to do it. I want to see what this message is. I got the wheel. I got your card, the Hermit, and the Queen of Coins. I'm going to ask a specific question for you, Virgo. I want to see what you get. What does Virgo need to see right now? What is going to tell out of those cards? 3 cards, 3 shuffles for Virgo. All right. Yeah, he's 5 years younger. And one more. Show me something for Virgo. Your joints could be hurting you as well, Virgo. I'm just going to tell you, your fucking joints could be hurting you, because as I'm reading you, my shoulder's hurting. I feel like I got like copper tunnel in my thumbs and fingers are getting like hurt. You could have like, you feel like you could be having joint issues too. I definitely feel some of you could be going through that. Whether it's somewhere in your body, I'm not going to try to, I don't want to feel where it could be, but I'm getting signals. Here we go. It's about change. The Queen of Coins, you got change. Clarify anything for Virgo. Ooh, jumped over the deck. Change towards going, how love's viewed, or how you view love, or making a decision about how you trust it or how you see fit to move towards it, or it moves towards you. Not letting it get the best of you, especially if you don't feel like if it's causing more problems than investment, then you should know right off the bat, it's not for me. Sometimes it's not about how quick you move. It's about knowing we don't repeat the same situation over and over again. That's not going to fucking work. All right. That is what I see for Virgo. All right. Let's keep rolling. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, we're going to do Libra. Let's get on Libra now. Libra. All right. I'll change the lighting a little bit, I think. Make it a little bit brighter. I'll be back in a second. I'm going to just skedaddle over here real quick. See you later. Yeah. Whatever that was for, the previous sign, it totally fucked my shoulder up. My shoulder kills right now. My shoulder is feeling that like you wouldn't fucking believe. And that doesn't just usually happen from shuffling like a deck. It'll go away in a minute. My fingers feel better already. So, might be a little bit brighter. Maybe just a little bit. Here we go. Okay. God damn, my phone's that far behind. Let's go. Libra's energy. What will happen next for the zodiac sign of Libra? Well, that's... Yeah, I get pale in the winter. Holy shit, what a change that is. Just from a little bit, just changing 2 lights. Just 2 lights. But I lose a lot of color as winter comes. Unless I'm not the style that goes tanning and does that bullshit. All right. Ace of Wands. Knight of Wands. Why is it in reverse? What is this about? Somebody wants to trust an investment and wants to hold on tightly to an investment, Libra, whether that's you or energy around you. Something of the sort like that. Let me do this. Not so bright in my face now. Okay. Here we go. There may have been a lot of arguing around your energy. What the fuck is this? The Star card, the 5 of Swords? There could be arguing going on. But I only tell you that because these 2 fucking cards make me feel like somebody's arguing. It's argues or fights? What the hell? King of Coin in reverse. So, there's a weird energy here. There's earth energy in this shit and a lot of air energy in this. Somebody feels like something isn't going to work or they can't trust it, what they're going towards, whether it's you or the person around you, Libra. The Knight of Coins and the 9 of Coins. It's something about not trusting it, or when it's air energy too. You could be having an issue with an earth sign or an air sign, or be waiting for communication for one. Wanting to get communication or clarity from one. It feels like communication more than anything. Clarify the 7 of Swords, though. What the fuck? Show me something for Libra. What is the message? Libra. Don't trust. Somebody may be struggling to trust a situation makes them happy, passionate, or they may feel like they're focused on something else. The Sun, the King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Could be a Gemini they feel that way about. Ace of Swords, 9 of Wands, Page of Coins. It's a younger Libra. There could be there's jealousy around somebody, whether it's a fire sign, air sign. There's some fucked up jealousy or some toxic shit happening, and it's somebody's feeling emotionally at a distance or locked out, leveled, missed. Hold up. Chariot, 7 of Cups, 10 of Wands, 7, 10 of Cups. Somebody doesn't trust a situation or what's going to happen. And they're losing sleep over it, whether it's the cross watcher or it's you. You both could be fucking losing sleep over a situation. Something's up. I'm done. You just showed up, and that's your card. Are you losing sleep over a situation, or somebody losing sleep over a situation around you? Because that's what's showing up. 3 of Cups, Faith card. I don't know if this one's going to make that much sense to people. This one's fucking feels like it's going to make sense or not at all. I might pick them up for that reason. Faith, Page of Coins, 4 of Wands, 3 of Swords. Somebody, whether you're waiting for somebody to do something or I'm not even sure what the fuck he's trying to say right now. If somebody's waiting for somebody, it's almost like what's going to happen next energy. Somebody's got like the what's going to happen next energy. Not sure, unsure. 8 of fucking Coins. Judgment upright. 8 of Swords trying to come out of their head with it. 2 of Swords, death. Clarify the bottom. The World. It definitely feels like it hasn't moved. Queen of Cups, Page of Swords, or it's moved slow. 10 of Swords. It's may have caused issues as well with that. It could definitely have caused issues. I'm feeling like it's definitely a water sign energy around you. Another air sign like yourself. Definitely water, air sign, maybe earth. But yeah, there you go. Could be earth, doesn't have to be, but it feels like it is definitely either this like Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Everybody deals with different people at different times. So let's see what happens. It's weird I said that, and the card I just saw in reverse was Virgo. All right. The Fool, the 6 of Cups, past energy. What's going on here? Change. Something from the past, I think has to change, or feels like if it doesn't change, it's something bad. Like the structure's going to fall apart kind of energy. This is a difficult fucking reading. 9 to the 6. Somebody, I'm done. Whether it's you or whoever you dealt with, somebody's like stuck. They're definitely stuck. The Hangman, or waiting to see if an investment goes toward. Somebody's waiting to see what happens next. May not have felt like they were getting a lot of love or communication out of a situation either. It did come out, if I'm not getting it right, maybe you did deal with an Aries, Leo, or Saggy, because Leo did come out last. Let's see what else I can get for you. Let's see what else I can get for Libra. Any other messages for Libra? I can't. I mean, it's cold where I live, but like, you can almost. I think I just saw an orb, unless it was dust. Probably dust. It might have been an orb, or dust coming out of my mouth. No, but I can. If I try to breathe heavy, like I can see air, like cold air coming out. I'm like, wow. I have only had the heat off for a little while, but it's just like just the other day they're like, it's gonna be the coldest it's been in 20 years, and I'm like, I don't want to fucking know that. I mean, I'm glad I know that, but I don't want to have to deal with it. And like, that sucks. We were in the negatives the other day. Like day after day, I'm like, this is some bullshit. You'd go outside, less than 5 minutes. It'd feel like if you ever drank something and got an ice headache, like a Slurpee or something, slushy, whatever, and you drank it too fast and it gives you that nasty inside headache. You go outside, you had that on the outside of your head, and it didn't take long, and your hands were like, holy shit, like immediately. All right, here we go. Give me something else real fast for Libra. Oh, it's 72 where you live. I'm jealous. Damn. Balance, movement, communication, and wanting to come out of feeling stuck, wanting to get a judgment. Work, wheel, wanting a new beginning. 9 of Wands. Might be feeling defenseless with direction, or trust and faith, or just feeling like things are going to work out. Ace of Wands, 4 of Cups reversed, 8 of Cups, the Fool, and the Emperor reversed. What are you trying to say? Somebody doesn't feel like they're getting emotional clarity, or they're somebody feels like they're missing something in a situation. It's something on a, like, it's I'm done. It's around a connection too. It's around, how did the person feel about me? There's like confused energy in this shit. The Hermit, 7 of Swords, Queen of Coins, Knight of Wands, Page of Wands, 9 of Swords, 4 of... Somebody, the energy that shows up, whether this is you or somebody around you, there's energy that shows up where somebody doesn't like, they get mad if you give attention somewhere else, kind of energy. That's what it's showing me. Somebody's not having that, whether it was you or the other party. What the fuck? What do you want to trust? There's your card. Somebody also is afraid that something's not going to work out, or an investment of something they like that might be unhealthy is going to stop. That's what it says. What the fuck kind of bullshit is this, King? And you keep showing up, and you're in waiting energy. You're like waiting for something to happen or for a solution. King of coins, 10 of coins. Why is the Chariot here though? Go to the bottom. I thought this one was kind of tricky as shit. Empress, King of Wands, Page of Cups, Death card, clarify this, Strength card. Somebody doesn't feel emotionally or mentally like things are moving. Whoever you are or whoever this is around you, they sleep a lot and they're not emotionally stable. It says that's about to fucking fall off, like fall into that fire. Queen of Cups, 10 of Wands, 10. You may end up making a decision not to trust a situation or what's in front of you, or there's something about somebody doesn't trust a situation or somebody's nervous about a situation. It ends with the Magician in reverse, the 2 of your card in reverse. So your card, Gemini, and Gemini at the end again. And then Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Somebody may feel like they want to give to a situation, but then emotionally they don't know what to do with it. Whether it's you or the person you dealt with, that your reading's like all the fuck over the place. I wish it was better, but that's what I got for Libra. All right. Let's move on. I'm going to put this on because I think if I don't, my nose will start running. Just for a little while. 95. You must be out your mind. I am not trying to like burn like it's hell. Hell no. Drop that to like 85. Time it gets warm, I'll be shutting it off. We are now, I just happened to read your comment, Jennifer. We are now on, that's a good question, Scorpio. Almost lost my train of thought on that. Was that too technical before we jump into Scorpio? And I want to light a cigarette anyway. Was that too technical for you Libras out there? Did anybody get anything out of that? Maybe people will get shit out of that, but they got to watch it later. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Who knows? I'm sure somebody will get something out of it. I would hope. Here we go. I asked, but by the time I look, it'll probably be already over the channel. Probably have already passed it. Or I'll be focused in the tarot reading. All right. Scorpio. Hello. Divine Strength, Tarot, Layla. Hey, Nancy. That's a good answer. Accuracy is never too technical. I like the way you phrased it. I should just say that. I think that was phrased nice. Here we go. I hope it's a good message. I don't know what the fuck's coming. I'd rather not know, and I'd rather just feel. And that usually tends to work a lot better. Here we go. Knight of Wands. Someone, what's this about? Clarify that. You could just feel real fucking busy. I'm picking a busy ass energy. You may have a lot on your agenda or your schedule, some shit like that you try not to stress about getting everything done or accomplishing everything. I feel like you've been very busy. It's one thing after another is how that comes out to me. That 7 of Wands is you kind of trying to step back and appreciate how busy you've been, or knowing that you've been really busy. a lot of directions or a lot of people around you as well. For some of you, maybe not all of you, but some of you. Something about being busy and with the influence of other people. What? Here we go. Some of you may have felt like you wanted to be emotionally available to somebody, to be able to communicate to them. You may have wanted to be able to speak to somebody or help them. The Fool emotions card too. Feel like you were trying to help somebody, work something out kind of energy, not feel stuck kind of energy. You may have done this. For some of you, it may not be somebody you talk to all the time. Maybe somebody that doesn't like to ask for help. They may live at a distance, kind of shit like that. You do give me go-getter energy, though. Yes, you do. That, to me, is you wanting to invest in situations that are going to be solid. I love that shit. That's good. So it's almost like while you're being busy maintaining or stretching, you feel like you're stretching, like you have a lot of obligations of responsibility at this time. But you also give me the energy you're not letting go of what you want to achieve or go after. I like that. All right, here we go. I'm going to shuffle for you a couple times to see what happens. Your reading is like way different than everybody else's so far. I was not fucking expecting that. But I don't know how much these all were similar. Because if you watch tarot, sometimes one reading will be similar to the next. I like when they're all fucking kind of individualized. It doesn't always happen though. Some of them are, collectively, a lot of people go through similar situations that are just a little, this part's different, that part's different. So it's hard to escape that. Here we go. Let's go. You have a guy energy around you that you either feel like he's either emotionally drained or mentally tired, or he's emotionally or mentally tired or confused energy. Definitely feels like a male energy that's trying to work on, let me work on it kind of energy. Let me work on it. Show me something. Temperance, Ace of Swords, Three of Cups. It could be old ways of thinking. It could be old habits. It could be the way they process shit, the way they're attached to their emotions. Ego death, kind of something. I feel like they're trying to escape a situation that frightens them emotionally, and something about not just I get mental. Hold on. Strength card reversed, death card, your card, Chariot, Faith, Ace of Cups. This person's up in their head a lot about the way they view things, or it's hard for them to channel away from the way they view things, is what it makes me feel like. Like if they believe something, they believe something. The Wheel, the Moon, Nine of Coins, the Hermit, Ten of Swords, Strength card. This is a fucking crazy message. Look at the next card. So I get an energy. They care about you. I feel like they care about you, but I get an energy where they don't really. They may feel like you know how to turn your emotions off too fucking fast, hot to cold. But then when they go to their emotions, their mental capacity with their emotions, it gets fucking scrambled like scrambled fucking eggs over here. Like, what the fuck is this shit? That's how I feel. Back and forth on the investment towards you. What the fuck? This is some weird shit. Here we go. God damn. And I feel like you're at a point where you're used to it, or that's what you became used to. You acknowledged it. You didn't really let it, you didn't dwell too hard on it. Maybe at first there was more complications, more issues. I don't see you stuck in energy like that. I don't pick up that you are. Here we go. I don't know why I feel that way, but the Fool card. Why are we here? Why are we with the Fool card for Scorpio? The Empress reversed. The Seven of Wands reversed. Queen of Swords. Somebody wanted you to make a decision, it's telling me too, either to come closer to them, or they felt like mentally and emotionally you guys became at a distance, or at like a channel lock. Like you guys Might have felt really connected at a time, but then lost that connection. What the fuck? I don't know what the fuck to say out of this. They keep coming out like their emotions and what they want from you. They lack the clarity of recognizing if they're gonna stay in, if you're gonna keep them or move towards them, or if they're gonna let it go. I feel like it bugs the fuck out of them. Like they keep. Somebody's got to slow down their emotions and their mental capability, because it's making it hard for them to rationalize. Is what it's telling me. And you're probably aware of it, or probably already dealt with it. Here we go. 7 of coins. What's here for Scorpio? Tell me what you're trying to say. While this is going on, I like it. I like it. So while this is going on, your investment is trying to be emotionally like available, staying on top of situations, basically having the answers you need, whether the outside source or person is ready for them, whilst like basically staying on top of work. Just make sure you are getting enough sleep. You know what I mean? Because I do feel like somebody's still fighting with a past situation that they need to figure out so they can create the happiness, because they seem upset emotionally and mentally is what I'm seeing around you. They do see you in high honor or strength, or somebody they could trust to open up to, something that that's probably why you got the Lovers and this card. I'm something about that. What the fuck? Here we go. They fear an ending with you as well, or that where is it going to go? Is it going to stop? Or like, are we going to get closer? They don't know if you're coming or going, kind of energy, or that's how they felt. I'm done. This is how they feel. And this is the energy it's showing around you. So you may have dealt with somebody that, I can't say they lack clarity, because I don't feel like they lack clarity. I just feel like they were letting too many things. They may have been going through too much at once, and it made it hard to regulate their system. Kind of, that's what shows up. Like it was just too fucking much. All right. Anything else? Quickly for Scorpio. Anything else? Anything else for you? What are you moving towards? You give me an energy where you want to focus on being creative, or open up doors or things to situations that bring in more lucrative energy, money, success. That's how you show up. That's what you want to move towards. You come off a little less, the person around you, and they're got to be like around you, or they were always around you, like your tag team buddy or relationship or whatever the fuck this is. How you would know is it's like they were too fast to want to keep the relationship and then dump the relationship. Whatever the fuck it's trying to tell me here. 10 of Cups reversed, 6 of Coins. It need to work. I feel like you both tried to work on this. It's telling me, but it's been back and forth with identifying what this person's. Somebody's trying. There's a lot here. Somebody's not only feeling like they want you to stand up or fight for them, or that's how they were with you in a relationship. I feel like they're fighting fears. That something about they're trapped in fear. I get fear energy on that card, and it's in their fucking head. It's in there. They're trying to release it though. I'm trying to let it go. Shit hasn't worked out, but I'm almost getting there. But my head's still a little fucked up, kind of energy. They're trying to get to that judgment. They're trying to trust that outcome. I feel like in the emotional aspect, they're hoping they don't lose, or they hope if they're either hoping they don't lose you, or they already feel like they lost a good thing if they lost you. You might have had somebody that had a lot going on, is what it's telling me in your energy. All right, let's keep rolling. That one was like probably get like 2 or 1 person or half a fucking person to make sense to. Damn you, Scorpio! Why you gotta make it so? Why you gotta play so hard? Here we go. Work hard, play hard. Here we go. Damn you, Scuba Steve. Sagittarius. Oh, let's try. Sagittarius. What is the message for Sagittarius? Show me something for Sagittarius, please. Queen of Cups. In reverse, though. Why? And I flipped over my thumb and hit it. You may feel like you're sick of people not being emotionally or mentally available or working with you or you working with them. Some of you, it could be vice versa. You got to take it how it fits kind of energy. I'm not going to try to decipher that, clarify anything that needs to show up. It was the card, Emperor. I was staring at it in reverse and it flipped out in reverse. All right. Yeah, you might have backed off from opening up, doing anything outside. It's almost like not wanting to make the connections. Something about just wanting to put work in yourself, not wanting to be around outside external people, situations, like leaving it in the cold. Five of Coins kind of energy, like fuck the bullshit. Knight of Coins is about you wanting to achieve balance. Knight of Swords is about direction. Your direction's been more about purpose and victory or success. That's how your bell's being rung. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like you like feeling stuck in your fucking head or worrying about solutions or in love that just don't happen or work out. I feel like you just kind of, that shit is not in that's behind you kind of energy. Definitely, you're not worried about that. Doesn't mean you wouldn't love to have a new beginning, but I don't feel like you're emotionally stuck on that direction. I feel like you're more or less more preoccupied on yourself and where you're going. Here's your card. The stability, definitely. The changes of that. Love feels a little like there's a lack of clarity or action around you. That's what I'm seeing for you. You may want to manifest that or feel at emotionally kind of like that never really showed up for me. Your card, the way I wanted it to shoot my arrow at it or shoot my shot at it, or the way I wanted it to work. Something about that. Here we go. What did you get that flipped? Love. I'm done. So it is about love, or at least that's what it's trying to tell me for you. Some of you may have felt like you may have been in relationships where you felt like they loved you for all the reasons or didn't pay enough attention to you or paid attention to other things. You give me like you weren't the main focus energy and you didn't like that, or you didn't feel like you could work with that. I'm not going to be your option, and I'm not going to get stuck in my head thinking about it. I'm just going to remove it emotionally. This could have been with another fire sign. This could have been with an air sign or an earth sign, by the way. Whatever it is, I feel like you stop focusing on it emotionally or being attached to it or communicating with them is what it says. You stop putting work and effort towards it or feeling responsible like you needed to. I don't feel like you felt like you needed anybody's approval or theirs. They may have had kids, or somebody has kids. This could be a couple kids, 2, 3 kids, or one kid, whatever the fuck this is. This kid's here. The World, Ace of Coins, the Devil, Eight of Cups, the Strength card, and Judgment is reversed with what? King of Wands. I feel like you just saw a situation playing out where it didn't feel like love was the element that you could build on or be approached with anymore in that situation, because there was lack of trust. So it was easier to the wheel, I feel like, was making a decision to step away and build your own investments. And I feel like that was the stronger decision for you. That was what's kept you emotionally charged instead of feeling down like the wounded warrior. That's what you could fucking trust. That's what it's telling me. That's what you put work towards. I feel like you had to step back and you got trust again. The Hermit. I feel like you had to trust your own. You had to trust yourself and let go of a reality or a situation around you. Death reversed, balance upright, King of Cups. Where are you going with this? Queen of Swords. It tells me a little story, like it did upset you for a while, but I don't feel like you stayed guarded or upset. That's 7 of Wands, King of Cups, 9 of Coins. I think you just recognized something wasn't emotionally available for you or willing to work with you the way you were willing to work with it. Your story is fucking simple. Your story is like you saw it for what it was, and that's what it was. I also there's something else I feel like I need to say. They either focused on there was something they did. They focused on other people or other situations, and you didn't like that. Whether you're a woman or a man, you didn't fucking like that, and that was a problem. Ugh. All right, I think we'll do a little bit more for you. Here we go, and then we'll move on. Sagittarius. Beyond the Capricorn soon. Sagittarius. A little bit more. Anything else for Sagittarius? Emotionally, somebody. I feel like you, King of Wands energy. Somebody pulled back. Somebody stopped emotionally investing, or was like, didn't want to play any more games kind of energy. That's how they felt about a situation. Whether it was you, them, whoever this is for. Ace of Cups. Somebody got away from that. They didn't want to be stuck in a situation that was emotionally not healthy or upsetting them. Or they didn't see happiness in a victory. That's what this is trying to say. Okay, the King of Coins, what's here? Somebody's also tries to focus on career or work a lot. How you'll know if this makes sense to you is you guys, you don't talk to each other anymore. You didn't get any clarity. Somebody may have reached out or wanted to reach out. And it's given me, you definitely could have dealt with an air sign or a fire sign. Some shit like that. Fire again. Your card, fire in reverse. It's a let it go energy. I'm not going to get stuck in energy that doesn't work or that upsets me mentally or take risks or feel guarded. I want to manifest, but I may be not sure. What are you not sure of? What to trust or who to move forward with. Or if I want to, is how your reading comes out to me. And look what the next card is, towards love situations. It's hard to build that trust with people, especially if you've seen a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's the home run. All right, we're going to move on to Capricorn. Capricorn. Have you remembered to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel? Eventually, hopefully, I'll come out more than like once every 8 to 10 days, but we'll get there. We'll cross that bridge hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. Capricorn's energy. What do we have for Capricorn? That was fast as hell. Why is it like that? Ooh, I'm going to say it. You definitely could have moved away from, whether it was recent, whether it was long ago. They moved away from you. You moved away from them. But it definitely could have been Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Definitely Libra energy here. Or water energy. Well, whatever sign they are. But it's coming out with strong air and water so far. Not working with it, being aware of it, being emotionally shut down, making the decision. Whether you felt this is what they did to you or this is what you felt you needed to do to the situation. So was it not sustainable for you and that's what you decided, or was that what they did to you? Because it's one of the two. And what it's telling me, water sign, Gemini, Queen of Swords. Some of you could have been, I'm gonna say it, could have been a fucking Sagittarius, could have been a Scorpio for some. Those are the signs that wanted to show up. Here we go. But somebody threw the towel in or saw the investment not changing or going forward. Emotionally kind of separation, balance. Somebody may have been drawn to you, or you may have been drawn to somebody, or had an emotional tie, is what it makes me feel. Clarify that, though. There was a little more that wasn't being spoke on it, saying, but it stopped working, or it didn't provide enough happiness. It felt stuck, or it felt like it wasn't going to move forward, or manifest, or come towards you. So when the High Priestess shows up upright, show me why that's here for Capricorn. You didn't feel like you were going to get solutions or truth and clarity out of this. That's what it says. You got the Ace of Swords reversed. Ten of Coins. You might have focused on business and success over everything. I think that's what you chose. Business success. Look at this. It's probably what you fucking chose. That's the victories you headed towards. Could have been business success or family for you. If you're a man and you're single and you don't have kids, it was business and success. If you're a woman with kids, it was business success and taking care of business with home. Some shit like that is what I'm getting. Or maybe a guy had to do that in family and business. Right. Here we go. Let's keep rolling. Thank you, Divine Strength Tarot with Layla. I appreciate that. Anything else for Capricorn? Anything else for Capricorn? Oh, money. Who don't like that one? Where are we going with the money card? Money and emotions. Did you become more sophisticated or emotionally bonded with building more security, stability, attached more to wealth in your emotions versus opening up, taking the chances? Something about taking the chances, transitioning towards building towards what? I feel like you took a back seat with communication. Aha! And love. Shit, yeah. I fucking knew that was coming. I was just waiting for it. I'm like, it's going to show up, and it's going to show up correct. And there you are. I feel like you gave love a back fucking seat for a while. Said, fuck that bullshit. I ain't got time for it. I got time for my emotional stability, my career, my focus, or my family, or focusing on the things that keep me, on the up and up. Kind of, that's how I see your shit. Show me something else. Anything else? Anything else for Capricorn? You were more about that than anything. It's telling me that you were working home or balancing that out. I don't feel like you had trust with being open emotionally. It's making me feel, or starting new beginnings. It doesn't mean you didn't want them. It just makes me feel like you didn't invest in them. You're like, fuck that shit. That's for the fucking birds right now. You don't come off either like you weren't emotionally ready to do it. You just didn't want the emotional responsibility. That may not be for everybody, but that's for some out here. Now it's telling me some of you chose that direction because you knew the investment ahead of you was unhealthy, or you couldn't trust that bitch. You couldn't trust that bitch kind of energy. So did you have to make a decision? Did you have to? And that could have definitely been with Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And it's funny. There's Leo, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Bottom, more fire. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, air. And there's Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, the hangman. I feel like you felt stuck on trusting, moving forward with somebody. I don't even feel like you felt cautious. I feel like you didn't feel like the investment would be the right option is what it's showing me. You might have also felt like there was too many cooks in the fucking kitchen. However long ago this was, whether this is last week's news, 6 months, 6 years, 2 years, 3 years ago, you might have felt like, nope, fuck that. There's too many options in this equation, and I don't want to put up with that. The Magician, I'm going to work on what I can work on, and I'm not looking back at other situations that aren't worth going towards. That's what I think you might have went through for some of y'all, but that's what I see for you. Here we go. In today's times, I read your comments. People don't respect their time, so they assume that you don't respect yours either. Not the case. I mean, I do agree with that comment. I just think everybody's out for the fast, this, that. Everything's a rush, and I don't think that's how things should be. I think that causes more problems than solutions. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Maybe I'm way off. Who knows? Who are we going to read now? Where are we at? Aquarius. I kept this pretty decent. I didn't want to go too far over 2 hours. All right. The Hermit. And Libra energy. You deal with a Virgo or a Libra, maybe, or a Cancer, or maybe a Capricorn. Jesus, show me a lot of different elements. Oh, hold on. I want that one flipped. There we go. Show me something for Aquarius. What is the message for the zodiac sign of Aquarius? Trust. Oh fuck! I should have just believed in it. It was sitting right there. I should have just taken it out, but there it is. The Hermit. Oh, that sucks. It's trying to tell me you wanted to trust or have faith or belief in somebody who walked away, or that it's either who walked away or you were supposed to walk away from. I feel like they walked away though. Fuck, that sucks. I feel like you wanted to see the light at the end of the tunnel kind of energy. Why? Here we go. It's showing Virgo. It's showing Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, or showing Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, whatever they are. It left you a little fucked up, whether this is a long time ago or recent energy. It fucked with your head a little bit. This is upset energy. This is trying to release, get rid of that. Not overthink it or create you to be the problem in a situation where sometimes it's better for us to look at situations where we did create our own problems or we did become part of the problem and own our own shit, all of us. But then there's times where you should never take on the part of responsibility that's not yours. You understand? I think I know. I'm pretty sure you all get that. 10 of Cups. It wasn't showing up for you. This gives me like it came around when it wanted to. I don't want to call you like a party favorite, but it doesn't feel like it didn't show up 110% or even 100 is how I feel about that. I'm sorry, but that's how I see it. Queen of Coins. Why is that in reverse? Whether did you have health complications? Did you worry about health complications and money for some of you? Because that's what it's saying too. Some of you could be worrying about getting back on the grind with money or had health issues. Trying to work through health issues too for some of you. Here we go. Knight of Swords. You are trying to move with money. 9 of Wands. It says and it tells me you're letting go of a situation that hurts you. Jesus. You're coming towards that Hermit card, the light at the end of the tunnel. You're identifying a situation that hurts you and letting it go. So I feel like you didn't want to come out of letting it go, but it became too fucking heavy. So eventually that decision had to be made. You know what I'm saying? You might have even at first waited for communication until you recognize, why am I doing this? It's just hurting me more. And then I felt like that's when you realized that's not who I am. And now I can say goodbye to the situation because it's not true love. That's not how if you don't love and respect me correctly, I'm not going to love and respect you correctly. You know what I'm saying? It can't just be like a sex connection is how you might have viewed it too. Or that's how you felt they were in love situations. More of a sex bond than an actual personal and emotional connection. They made you feel like you were one of their options, and they liked playing playing in that fucking sandbox is what it's telling me. You might have had to see it for what it was, and then finally say, fuck that, I'm cutting the cord. Cut that umbilical cord. Cut that fucking cord in half. Queen of Swords, Death card. You could be like I had to become responsible, transition into going back to who I am and not focus on somebody that I can't trust or lies. Lies, deceives. Hurts. Somebody might have hurt you, and it was something about it was one too many times, and it drew you in to where your patience wore thin. That's what it shows me. And you might have seen it that it wasn't the correct investment for you. I feel like you did. I feel like you did. And yeah, you moved on. You didn't want to invest in somebody that emotionally wasn't fighting for you. But you saw that their shit was too unhealthy for you. And it was like you knew you got to bring them emotions back to, holy shit, back to justice, balance. That's the direction you had to move in. You know what I'm saying? They weren't fighting for you, for your heart. They weren't showing up for you, standing up for you. The wheels reversed. The judgment's reversed. You became aware of this. You were in your head about it, and then you realized, I can't trust this. So what options do I have? The option is to trust myself and make a fucking decision. And I think you did. I think you did. Even if it really hurt to do that because of how you felt about them or how you wanted them to feel about you. You knew you had to put work somewhere else and make the decision again. That's what your reading tells me. Some of you really had to kind of get on that chalkboard and had everything written out. You had to erase it and start over again. And that became your strength. You knew if you let it go, if you trusted to leave it go emotionally, what happens? It'll stop hurting. Clarify this one, though. I want to clarify that. I'm not going to end with you like that. I want to see what else we can get. Because you had the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups first. I want to see why that showed up. Why is the Page of Cups in reverse? Could have kept you sad or down for a while is how it makes me feel. Or giving you, I feel like you had the emotional clarity, but I feel like it gave you headaches or made you not want to, it gave you lack of motivation is how I feel. Trust me, I've been there so many times. Yeah, it might have made you feel a little emotionally stuck or ungrounded for a little while. And I don't think I don't feel like you wanted to sit in that energy or feel like you just give me, it wasn't fair to feel like this. It was not fair to feel like this. And fuck that, I'm not going to stay feeling like this. If the relationship doesn't work, well, at least I know I can trust myself and I don't have to feel upset anymore. I can put work where work is needed. I can have new beginnings, or I can keep working on building up my emotions all over again. This is what I see for you. And I think if that was the avenue of trust you needed, that was probably the right solution or cause of effort that you were supposed to basically experience. That is what I see for my lovely Aquariuses. I really liked your reading. Your reading was like getting over something difficult, but being empowered while doing it, even though it's hard to do that while you're getting over something difficult. All right. Pisces. Any messages for Pisces? What do we have for Pisces? What is the message for Pisces? What do you want me to say to Pisces? Four of Cups reversed. Knight of Swords upright. Eight of Wands. I'm not taking it. It's got to jump. You got to jump. You got to jump for me, Pisces. Oh, you got two at once. I'm going to give you that one first. Holy shit, double twos. 22. You may see a lot of twos. You may see 2, 2, 2. You may be seeing that. Either 22 or 2, 2, 2. You may see that a lot. What else is here? And 8, 8. I knew it. I should have said 8, 8. 8, 8 as well, because 8 and 8. And I'm like, I feel like that 8, I should be saying triple 8s or 88. You may see that as well. You have the 4 of Cups, the Knight of Swords, not emotionally moving towards situations or putting work or effort. Made up your mind, concrete, evident. You're not going towards false narratives, false hopes. You've moved away from situations. Might have, at a time not too long ago, tried to put energy towards somebody. Definitely could have been a fire sign. I'm going to tell you, fire sign for some of you doesn't have to be, or air sign. Might have dealt with the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, whatever. Here we go. Definitely fire, fire, more fire. Could have been an earth sign. Whoever it was, you didn't see the investment being trustworthy or working out. Somebody didn't feel like they were willing to show up for them, or they were, I get lack of clarity, lack of truth. Definitely lack of communication, because there's none of that on the table as well. Very in and out with their communication. Here we go. Not enough. Not enough communication. So it probably made it hard to invest or trust this. Made it easier to stop working on it. Might have wanted to focus on a new beginning, but still, this gives me like you paused before you went towards an investment with another person. Like you decided, I'll hang on to my emotions for a while before I move towards them. I'll put more work into myself and my situations before I trust love again. That's how you show up. I don't feel like you felt like you were going to fight for something that would be a losing battle. I feel like you just got tired of giving your emotions out. Something like that. You got tired. It felt like depletion, and you were like, I don't want to do this again. Not right now. You know what I'm saying? I have no interest kind of energy. reframing a situation or identifying, I don't need that right now. You could have dealt with a fire sign or a water sign that felt like you were cold to them. What the fuck? Like you left them out in the cold or you didn't give them a chance. Definitely fire or water, whatever. Or earth sign. That's all that I see. All right. They were up in your head about you picking them or moving towards them. It's telling me that they've moved on and released that. Ace of coins. You probably don't connect with them anymore. It's showing me. They were hurt by the situation. They were either hurt by it or they were mad that they didn't get you to tag along with what they want, like that you didn't become their option. Fuck. Sick. They could have been a Sagittarius. They could have been a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, maybe Aries, Leo, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. There's an air sign, and there's more air. Maybe definitely could have been a Libra, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But you didn't trust playing or going towards this person, whether it was that Sagittarius, Leo, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, whatever sign. If that's how it's coming out. I feel like you just kind of, I think you went through like a reset and recognize you don't need to focus on emotional options or opportunities right now. Just go through a reset on my own, stay grounded, stay humble, do what I want. And then maybe go back to the dating pool kind of energy is how that's how you show up. Let's see. Show me something if that's not their story. Show me something for Pisces if that's not their story. Happiness, Sun card. You are fascinated about happiness and that new beginning. The thing is, I don't feel like you're going to rush towards this. I don't think you're going to just dive right in. Because it stressed you, it made you tired, it stressed you out. So you don't show me rushing to this investment. It was too much of this bullshit. Mental and emotional shit. And it's like, you're like, no, if I'm going forward, it's got to feel like I can trust it. The momentum. Trust the fucking momentum. Super trust the fucking sacrifice or the security of a situation. Otherwise, fuck you, I don't want to invest. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't, and there's the trust card in reverse. I feel like what was done made it easier for you to relax at home, maybe focus on home life, focus on balance, realize I don't fucking need a relationship at this time. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. I don't know. I can't shake that energy. I wanted to get a fucking totally different message, but it's not showing. Give me something if they're in a relationship. Show me what they need to see if they're in a relationship. Let's just do that. Some of you could be waiting on on getting truth and clarity about a situation that's emotionally upsetting you. Why? Let's see what it says. Lack of communication. So there's a lack of communication, or there's a couple fucking things here. If you're in a relationship and things aren't going great, it could be you're worried that they're focused on other people. You have 3-3 in reverse. You may be stuck on a situation wanting a new beginning with somebody you're with, but they're not communicating or emotionally opening up. That's got to be hard for a fucking Pisces. King of coins. You want to trust this. You got the trust card again. Stability. But you're not sure if it's going to work out or you got to move on. And it's been making you tired, maybe grouchy. And you really don't feel like you can trust what's coming next. That sucks. Here we go. Temperance, you've been patient with it. You've tried not to be up in your head with it. You've waited for balance, but you haven't gotten clarity or trust out of the situation yet. Strength is reversed. It's like you want to move forward emotionally. Mentally, you feel like you're fighting a battle, stuck when it comes to this love connection, but you don't want to be served as they're treating you as an option. But you may feel like you can't trust this person or that's what they're doing. So some of you may feel like somebody else is dealing with more than one other person around your energy. The only reason I say that is for you to get that 3 of Swords and that 3 of Cups reversed. if that's the case, don't worry about it. Stand tall, Seven of Wands, King of Swords. You'll take action. There might be arguments, or there may be a little more stress to deal with, but emotionally, you'll move on. That's the message I have for those. And I do feel like stay grounded, stay humble, keep your emotions high, whether you're single, whether you're coupled, and that's the right move for you to take. That's where you should be right now. That's the next best narrative for you. I hope you guys did like these readings. I hope I didn't make Pisces super short. I feel like I did. I don't really know. Hello, Leo Fire 555. Just in time for Pisces. Welcome in, Hippie Love. Oh shit, been a long time. How you doing? A long time. Nice to see you. Welcome in, Tina. Revelations of God. Here we go. What else we got in here? DMA. This guy has been right when it came to my readings twice. Can please tell me there's 2 fire signs hitting on me. Leo, does anyone know how a Leo would act if they're into you? That's a tricky question. So I read your message. It sounds like you're asking, there's 2 fire signs hitting on me, a Leo. Does anyone know how a Leo would act if they're into you? Let me give you a perspective because I am a Leo. All right. Let me give you a quick perspective on that. To be honest, that is something you're going to have to feel the person out, because even though I'm a Leo, I've got more guy friend Leos than I know female Leos. I know some female Leos. My little sister's a Leo. I'm her older brother's a Leo. I've got Larry, my friend Leo, Rob, my friend Leo. I got about 3 or 4. So Phil, Leo. Ironically enough, I think I'm the only July Leo. But we're very similar, but we're very fucking different. You know what I mean? We're very fucking different. How could you tell if he likes you? He'll want to see if you're interested in, like, he'll give you signals. No matter what, if a Leo's interested, they're going to give you the signals they're interested. If they're not afraid to. I'm telling you, let's see. I'll give you a reading real quick. You want a reading? Are you still in here? Or maybe that's all I'll have to say to you. I'll give you something real fast. If you're still in here, I don't know if that person's stuck around or what. I could give you a little bit of cards. I could actually channel it too, but I don't want to take all that energy. But I should just tell you yes or no. It's not that hard. Not for me. All right. But I want to say, I don't know if that person's in here. They probably left. If they could be, it's maybe next time. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for hitting the like. If you enjoyed the channel, feel free to subscribe to it. Oh, my left leg fell asleep. I've been sitting in this chair for way too long. I knew the sun would finally come out and get in the way. Oh, you are here. Yes, still here. All right. So you want to know if a Leo likes you, correct? Does the Leo like... Oh, look at... There's your Leo card. Does the Leo like... I'm not going to use tarot for this. Does the Leo... For DMA, just give me an answer real quick. I'm not going to challenge it. I'm just going to use a pendulum. You guys can't see it. It's in my hand. It's below the screen. It's right here. But I'll sit still and I'll see what it says for you. Which one do you want me to ask about? Just to make it easier. Since there's 2 of them, you got to tell me which one. Which one? Give me like the first letter of their name. Don't say their name. Just give me the first letter of their name. And that'll work. Once you do that, I'll do that for you. And in time, let me know if it's right. I wouldn't be surprised if it is. I wouldn't be surprised. That's pretty entertaining. All right, so she asks about why. All right, does he like her? Does that Leo, the beginning name Y, does that Leo like her? Let's see. I got to kind of hold up. Does that Leo like her? Her, him. Hold on. Does that Leo like the person DMA? Give me a second. I just picked the best looking one. That's cute. Um, I guess, but I would definitely. I choose personality over looks by far usually. I like a pretty person, but you gotta have a pretty heart, pretty soul, kind of. DMA 3690. Let's ask about why. Does that Leo like DMA 3690? Does that Leo have feelings towards DMA 3690? Does that Leo like that person? Can you show me the answer? Can you show me the answer? That one likes you. That one likes you. Want to see it? Want to see the yes? That one likes you. That's a yes. Yeah. Good job, Green-Eyed Devil, on saying, I think it's a yes. Yeah. So you get a win on that, Leo. That Leo likes you. That Leo likes you. That Leo wants to get, that's like the woo-hoo-hoo, give me some energy. Yeah, you get it. But yeah, I would say yes. As far as the other one, maybe next time. You guys, thank you all for being here. Thank you for hitting the like button. I will check you out soon. I'm going to get out of here. You have a good rest of your day. Be safe. Enjoy your nice weather. Or if it's cold, stay warm. And I'll catch you later. Bye, everybody.